Alright, so as a programmer, is it better to do one thing only or be good at multiple things? Some people say you should specialize in one area while others say that you should be versatile. Let's dive in and explore what's the right choice for you. And as a programmer with 7 years of experience, I believe that I might have found a pretty good answer to this question. Also, if you didn't know, I take suggestions for these videos from you guys, so if you have any thoughts and you have any suggestions, please be sure to leave a comment. Let's get back, and firstly, I want us to be clear on the definitions that we use, so I'll describe each of them in my perspective. Being good in one thing is when you primarily work within a certain framework, you use only one programming language most of the time, and you rarely go outside of this scope. Being versatile, on the other hand, is the opposite, and here you will be working on various kinds of projects with different tech stacks. So firstly, being good at one thing does have its advantages and disadvantages, so let's go through them. And the first advantages is the fact that, well, it's just easy. You have the limited number of things that you work on, and therefore it's easier to stay on track and not get overwhelmed. You are clear on what things you need to learn, as well as you are aware of your progress. The next one is the fact that you become an expert pretty quickly, since once again you focus on one thing only, it's easier to reach the desired seniority level. The last point is in-depth understanding, because concentrating in one area allows you to learn a lot of complex and in-depth topics. And obviously, when there are advantages, there are also disadvantages, and the first one is the fact that you will have limited opportunities. By focusing on one skill set, this could cause you to have less job opportunities as well as less variety in the projects that you work on. And here it is very crucial for you to understand the demand for your specialization as well as the future of your area, because you will be putting all the eggs in one basket. And another disadvantage is the fact that this could result in you having a narrow perspective, because sticking to one thing will limit your creative way of thinking, as well as make it a bit more challenging to look at how to solve problems from different angles. And this does not mean that you won't be able to solve problems in a creative way, don't get me wrong. It's just the fact that the problems that you will be solving will be more or less the same, since you are working within the same field. And now let's talk about the advantages and disadvantages of being versatile. Let's check them out. And the first advantage is the fact that it's more interesting. You will be working on various projects, you'll be using various technologies, and this keeps things more exciting. You will get to learn a lot of new things all the time, and all of them help you to expand your mind and to further see how all of them interconnect with one another. And the next advantage, which is pretty logical, is that you will have more job opportunities and variety. Since you specialize in various areas and therefore have multiple sets of skill, this allows you to pursue various career paths. And overall, you will have more fitting job positions. Also, if you're enjoying this video so far, make sure to give it a like, because I would love that so much. And now let's talk about the disadvantages of being versatile, and the first one is the fact that you will not have expertise in one single area. While being versatile is great and all, this still means that you won't be an expert in one single area. And once again, don't get me wrong, it is possible to be an expert in one field and also be good in some other ones, but it's just so hard to achieve. Just remember that a good programmer is not the one who knows all the documentation by heart, no, it's the one who can adapt the fastest. And another disadvantage is increased complexity and stress, well, because managing different skills and technologies could be challenging. This requires constant learning, constant adaptation, and this, well, it could be quite overwhelming. And what you need to do to avoid that is to organize your learning process and set priorities in order to not burn out. So after discussing all that, obviously there is no right answer on whether you should specialize or be versatile. Obviously all of it depends on your goals and preferences. But if we put all of that aside, I believe that there is a pretty good answer to what you should do. So first of all, if you are a beginner programmer and in general you are lower than at a senior level, you should start specializing right now. This will allow you to stay focused, learn more quickly, and get to the depths of programming much faster. Before you are a senior developer at any area, I believe this is exactly what you should be doing. This will make you an experienced programmer as well as give you protection on the market. This means if you chose the right area of programming, which is not something very hard to do, there will always be demand for people like you. And only at that moment, when you reach the seniority level, Then you get to decide on whether you want to pursue your career further or try out other areas. And I believe that at that point, the better option would be to try out and explore other fields. This is because it will allow you to learn so many more things, be more creative, and expand your mind even further. Not surprisingly, but you will probably start to understand so many more new things in your main area of expertise when you start to compare it to other areas. And I believe that this will have a huge, good impact on your career as a programmer. From what I see, a lot of programmers, well, they're experts in their field of choice as well as many other ones that they have explored on their journey. So therefore, start small, stay focused, become an expert in your field, and only then start to choose other areas that are closely related to your main field or that you're just interested in. Say for example, you're a backend developer. Learning something like CI/CD or even front-end development is a good thing to do. If you're a game developer, then learn 3D modeling. And I would personally advise you to pick the areas that are closely related to your main field because this is simply easy. And remember that you can always get to love something in the process. But this is it. If you enjoyed the video and you got something out of it, well, I'm very happy. Check out other videos on my channel. I think that you will find something that you like. Have a good day and see ya!